trying to see the world as his personal fiefdom. I thank you for joining us on that breaking news. There is more updates, more breaking news coming in on this bulletin. The Supreme Court, top court of the country, has now supported batting for uniform civil code. Now, this is the big breaking news coming in a hearing that was happening there today. Before them, the Chief Justice of India has asked this legislature to work on the UCC and avoid personal law complexities. The Supreme Court that was hearing a case today on Muslim women's right has stated this court has already recommended the UCC. The Supreme Court says, therefore, can we declare anything? The Supreme Court says we must defer to legislative powers to bring fundamental duties. Viewers, this is the big breaking news coming in today. The Supreme Court has batted for UCC yet again. I want to go across to Ratan Sharda joining us on this. Ratan Sharda, several times in the past we've seen the UCC become such an important issue. Now the Supreme Court is openly batting for it, but they're also saying it is for the legislature to get this into the wheels of motion moving. How soon do you think India can plan to have the uniform civil code?
First of all, I thank Supreme Court for saying something that it has said earlier also, as the courts have pointed out. We have the directive principle which tells us that we have to go for the uniform civil code. And unfortunately, when it was being discussed, the politicians at that time, under the garb of secularism, tried to avoid the issue and put it in directive principles. And we only got Hindu law, nothing else. And then we have this continuous strain of asking for uniform civil code. The earlier secular governments, so-called secular, I would say not secular, actually communal governments, did not have the guts or the heart to bring in uniform civil code in a secular society where every community is treated as equal and religion doesn't come into governance. In such a society, if we keep on having separate laws for minorities, for different groups, then naturally there is something wrong in our definition of secularism. Supreme Court has pointed it out. I think BJP is now strong enough to go for it because it has done enough in the case of triple talaq and Waqf board. So slowly this the partial implementation of laws, select implementation of law is being discarded. I hope this also takes place now since Supreme Court has again put it up. And I hope government finds ways of putting it in. We have an opposition which is wedded to vote bank politics. It will oppose it. But it has opposed every move. It has opposed every law, every act which is for the good of the people. So for me, the larger good of the people is much more important than vote bank politics, and I hope the government takes it up.
Ratan Sharda, I completely agree with you. I just want to get a sense from you. How soon do you think the centre can start working on this? It's obvious the opposition is not allowing any work to happen in the parliament. When can we see this becoming a reality?
Governments or BJP state governments have put in uniform civil code. They have drafted the laws. I think they can become the guideline. And learning from the mistakes and the correct steps taken in those uniform civil codes of, let us say, Uttarakhand, for example, if the government picks it up as a starting point, I think it can come up with some draft, at least by 6 months or 10 months, which can be agreeable to most of the people without discrimination. I think the basic draft is ready. We need to work on it. And I hope the BJP government puts up some committee and gets this into a national level.
All right. Thank you.